demo
First thing
on
you
this
can do
stuff.
is
So
name your campaign.
I'm
But
going to
most
try to make this a little
importantly,
bit
you wanna
bigger and
write
not
in
make it so
your message
shaky,
subject
so you can
line will
guys
go to the
kind of
candidates
see what
as
they're
well
doing.
as your message body template. So from here, you can see that we have some personalization variables that are super important when you're reaching out to candidates, especially at a high volume in terms of getting a high open and response rate. You can see on the right that we have a few more personalization variables just for you. The most important part is that we find that many responses, over 50% of candidates respond after emails 2, 3, 4, and 5. So with HireFlow, you can set out when your messages go out and when your follow-ups do. So here you can see I've set it to 3 days, 4 or 5 days later, it's up to you. And depending on the plan that you have in HireFlow, you can either have this single follow-up or we have more follow-ups to add as well in more of our paid plans. What's nice is that we also have ATS integrations with Greenhouse and Lever. And so what that looks like is that, say, for this senior backend engineer role, you can just connect that. And also, if you want to track your candidates in your ATS even further, you can create custom tags as well. I just want to see if there's anything in the chat really quick. Great. So the last part of setting up your campaign is setting up your email settings. So we default to finding candidates' personal emails for you, but we also have some use cases that prefer that we find candidates' work emails or people's work emails as well. So once you're all set up with your campaign, you're ready to go. And so what I'm going to show you right now is the first way to source candidates using HireFlow. So let's just jump into LinkedIn. HireFlow works as a LinkedIn Chrome extension, and so you can see that the pop-up exists right here. This works on a public account like mine right now.
Everybody
LinkedIn
uses
Lite
LinkedIn as a
LinkedIn
base.
Recruiter Corporate C. And so say I wanted to reach out to Rocky, who's also a speaker at SourceCon this year.
I can source LinkedIn
What I would do is
about
pop
12
open
different
the
ways.
HireFlow extension, and boom, the message that we just wrote comes up. And so at this point, you can customize the message further after looking at the candidate's profile. You can see in the top right corner that we have, if you have sourced the candidate before, if someone on your team
Okay, so they don't integrate with Avature. That's not something that we can do, probably.
Lever, and so you're not duplicating any of your work. You're making sure that the candidate experience is great by not reaching out to them twice and whatnot. One more thing I want to point out is that if you have multiple campaigns or roles going within HireFlow, you can just switch them. You can see that the message body template just changed, so that, say I wanted to reach out to Rocky for a different role, I could do that as well. So at this point, when your message is ready to send, all you have to do is click add and send. And so at this point, HireFlow is finding the candidate's email, will send out your messages for you and your follow-ups all automatically. So all you have to do is just open up a new profile, click the plus button, go ahead and click send. And that's a really accelerated way to reach out to candidates and to add them into your campaign. So let me just show you what that looks like really quickly. So now Rocky is in our system. We've added one candidate to our job.
So that reminds me of a tool called Machine Sourcer that used to do that as well. It would pull in a template. It would send it out automatically, connection request. It looks like they're using the public version of LinkedIn. So that might be an alternative for if you didn't have LinkedIn Recruiter. Or maybe they are using LinkedIn Recruiter. I couldn't really tell. He's saying that the AI will source 10 candidates. There's a lot of things that do that, though.
Let's look at the candidate a little bit deeper. You can see that we provide basic information. You can also pop open their LinkedIn profile for a deeper dive. But at this point, the workflow goes, maybe Warren's not such a good fit for my job. Let's decline them. Cole's a good fit. Let's stay on approve. Gabriel maybe not such a good fit either. And then after seeing Lakshaya's profile, oh,